Satguru Bhagavan Ki. The divine is the inner teacher. Today, for our asana practice, let's begin in Dandasana staff pose, which is where we're seated with our legs straight out in front of us, hip width distance apart, knees are up, feet are up. Make sure your torso is at a 90-degree angle to your legs, and then tilt your pelvis forward slightly, which puts a little arch in your lower back, a neutral arch in your spine. Bring your shoulders down from your ears, hands rest by your hips. Pull your feet towards you on the sticky mat so that you're engaging your leg muscles. A couple of deep breaths here, all the way down to your belly. Keeping your toes pointed and your knees pointed up, keeping your pelvic tilt forward. Inhale and bring both arms up beside your ears into Urdhva Hastasana, palms facing each other. Reach up with your fingertips. Exhale, let's put our right hand down by our right hip. Then the left arm comes beside the left ear, reaching for the right. Push into your right hand and come back up, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. Exhale, open your arms in a T. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes to the outside of the thigh and right hand comes behind you, propping your spine up vertically as you continue to twist. Every time you exhale, get a little deeper. Allow your left hip to shift forward slightly as you twist. Keep your feet flexed and your legs engaged. Chin is parallel to the ground. Take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, slowly come back to center. Bend your right knee, bring it in towards your chest. Take your left arm and hug your knee in. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, twist open to the right. Plant your right hand behind you. Several deep breaths here. Take a deep breath. Exhale, forward, come back to center. And then scoot your foot out to the side of your mat and scoot your left leg out to the side. Turn your torso so that your chest is lined up above the left thigh and put one hand on either side of the left leg. So your shoulders in front of your right knee, and then bring your chest down toward the leg, keeping your spine long. So you still want to keep that neutral lower arch and reach tall. Think about your crown of your head going forward and up, your tailbone pushing down and back. Your head stays in line with the spine. Don't allow the head to drop or crane upward. One long line from the crown of the head to your tailbone. And every time you exhale, maybe get a little deeper. So this is not only a twist, but it's also a big hip opener and a big hamstring stretch. And then slowly come back up. Walk your right foot in and then bring it over your left leg. And an option here is if you're able to wrap your left leg around beside your hip, and you can do so only if you can keep your hips level down. So if your hips can't stay level, it's better to keep the leg extended. And then we'll take the left arm, hug the right knee in. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, twist to the right. Once again, plant the right hand behind you to keep your spine vertical. And every time you exhale, get a little bit deeper in the twist. Take a deep breath. Exhale, slowly bring your head, shoulders, chest around. Keep spinning your body and plant your hands on the left side of your body. So if your leg is wrapped, if your left leg is wrapped, extend your left leg. Come to the outside edge of your left foot. Scoot your left hand behind you so that you have leverage. Push into your right foot and then come on up to our modified side plank pose, lifting your hips way up in the air. Your right arm is reaching for the ceiling. Breathe. And then slowly come down. Good. And then unwind, come back to center, return to staff pose Dandasana. Reestablish your length of your spine, reestablish your posture. Pelvis tilting forward, heels drag towards you to engage the leg muscles, head right on top of the shoulders, shoulders down from your ears, hands by your hips. 90-degree angle in your body here. Inhale, bring your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach your fingertips upward. Exhale, take your left hand by your left hip and reach your right arm beside your ear. Couple of big breaths here. Push into your left hand, pull up with your right hand, bring both palms together, facing each other up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh. Left hand behind you to prop you up. Straight spine. Keep your feet flexed, knees pointing up. Heels dragged in towards you to engage your leg muscles. Allow your right hip to shift forward just slightly as you twist. Every exhale, get a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come back to center. Bend the left knee into the chest. Take the right arm, hug the left knee in. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, twist again. Planting your left hand behind you. Keeping your spine tall, hugging that knee in toward the chest. Inhale. Exhale, slowly return to center. Walk your left foot out to the edge and open your right leg out. And then turn your body so that your chest is lined up over your right thigh. One hand plants on either side of the leg as you bring your chest down toward your right thigh. So we're opening the left hip, stretching the right hamstrings, twisting our internal organs to massage our digestive system. Keep your head in line with the spine. Inhale as you come back up, back to center. Bring your right leg back in, and then take your left foot on the outside of the right leg. And again, if you choose to wrap your leg around so that your right heel is beside your left hip, you can do that if you can keep your sit bones on the mat. Take your right arm, hug your knee to the chest. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, twist to the left. Plant your hand behind you as you twist. Every time you exhale, get a little deeper, thinking about your spine spiraling upward, crown of your head reaching to the heavens. Inhale. Exhale, bring your head around, shoulders and chest. If you have your right leg bent, extend it. Keep rotating your body. Plant your hands on the right side. Come to the outside edge of your right foot. Put your right hand behind you for leverage. Push into your left foot. Lift your hips up. and reach up with your left arm for your modified side plank. And slowly come down with your hips and then come back upright. And then let's come onto our backs. And we'll do a little bit of core work here. So start with your legs extended on the mat and your arms over your head, palms facing up into our full body stretch. And here you have a neutral lower back, so that's a little bit of space between your lumbar and the mat. Breathe, your chest is open. If the backs of your hands can reach the floor above your head, that's a good thing, and you want to keep that going because that's harder and harder to do as we get older. All right, so we'll do dead bug. I'll talk you through it. Lift your right leg up toward the ceiling with your foot flex, sole pointing up, and lift your left arm toward the ceiling. So we'll do opposite arms and legs. So as we switch, we're going to switch in the air. Push your lower back into the mat so that you're engaging your abdominal muscles. So take a deep breath here. As you exhale, push your back in and switch arm and leg. So now your right arm and left leg is up. Inhale, switch again. Inhale, switch again. Keep pushing the lower back into the mat. Inhale, switch again as you exhale. Inhale, switch again. Keep the abs tight. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. And then bring the legs down. Bring your hands above your head. Full body stretch. And then hands come down beside your body. And both legs now come up 90-degree angle, pointing to the ceiling. Your feet can be together here, or it can be slightly apart. You might find it easier to keep them together. So the soles of your feet are pointing to the ceiling. And once again, we're going to engage our abdominal muscles. We're going to reach for our toes. And as we do that, we're going to push our lower back into the mat to make sure we're using our abs. So from here, you're going to take your fingertips, reach up towards your toes, lift your head, tuck your chin, lift your shoulders, push your back into the mat as you're trying to touch your toes. Maybe you touch them, maybe you don't. It doesn't matter. You're engaging your abs though. And then slowly roll your head and shoulders back down. Keep your feet up. And we'll repeat that. Inhale, exhale, reach your fingertips up towards your toes, tuck the chin, push the back into the mat, engage your abs, breathe, and then slowly curl down. Keep the legs up, bring your arms by your side for one pause. Inhale, and again, exhale as we roll up, tuck the chin, bring the shoulders off the mat, bring your hands towards your feet, breathe, and then slowly roll back down. And now bend both knees and hug both knees into your chest to release the spine. And then please roll over onto one side so that you can push up to table and pad your knees accordingly here. And from here, we'll do what I call greasing our hinges. From a flat back table, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, bring your bottom towards your heels into a child pose, but we're not going to stay here. And then we're going to inhale, come back up to the table. Exhale, repeat, bringing your bottom towards your heels. So this is greasing our wrist hinges, our shoulder hinges, our hip hinges. Push back up as you inhale to table. And then exhale again, bringing your bottom down toward your heels. And then inhale back to table. From your square table, take a deep breath, flat back. Exhale, push up into your cat back. Tuck in your tailbone, tuck in your chin, pushing the mat away. Feel your vertebrae open up. Feel your shoulders separate on your back. Inhale as you drop your belly down toward the mat in your hammock back. Bring your shoulders down from your ears. Feel the points of your shoulder blades together on your back, tailbone down, forehead forward. And then exhale once more into the scared cat. And then inhale to the extension of the spine into Vittalasana, cow pose. And then come back to your table pose. Tuck your toes, take a deep breath. As you exhale, push up to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, get your spine long in this first dog of the day. And make sure that your fingers are spread, equal weight in all 10 fingers in the palm, and your knuckles are bearing weight as well to take pressure off your wrists. Forearms squeezing together, your deltoids are rolling outward. Thighs are rolling slightly inward to help move weight to the back body. You can keep your knees bent, or you can try to straighten one leg at a time and then maybe both legs, but it's not important if you do. You just want to keep your spine nice and long. And my favorite all over body stretch. And take a deep breath, bend your knees, walk up to your hands. And then very slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Inhale up. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra to your chest. And then drop your arms by your sides into Tadasana, mountain pose. Reestablish the length of your spine, feet planted under your hips. Shoulders down from the ears, and make sure your head's right on top of the shoulders. Okay, so take your right ear over toward your right shoulder. Take your right hand and place it on the left side of your head. Don't pull your head too much, just place it there as weight. And then take your left arm away from your body at a diagonal and push down with your fingertips at a diagonal to increase this neck stretch. And then release, bring your head back to center, back to Tadasana. And now take your left ear to the left shoulder. The left hand will go to the right side of the head, gently. Right arm moves out from the body to help stretch as you point your fingers down and out. Release, come back up to center. Okay, so if you have blocks and you want to use them, please grab them here and place them within handy distance. And we'll be going into a little bit of a balancing here, so find a focal point to look at. Inhale, arms up into Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, as you shift your weight to your left foot, bring your right knee up and your right arm down. So you have opposite arm and leg up. Find your focal point. We're going to now kick our leg back as we bring our arms out to a T, into like an airplane pose. So your right leg is now parallel to the ground, your arms are parallel to the ground, and then slowly come back up to our cross crawl. And it takes a little bit of work here because you're shifting your gaze. Good. One more time, we're going to kick back into airplane. And then one more time, come back up to our cross crawl. Very good. And then step your right foot back so that you come into warrior one legs. Put your hands on your hips, shift your pelvis so that it's forward. Your left knee is bent over the ankle, your right foot slightly angled, and your feet are about hip width distance apart here. Tailbone gets tucked down. Inhale to open your arms in a T. Exhale, we're going to hug ourselves with our left arm under our right. And then open to eagle arms. Palm to palm or spoon your hands. Push your forearms away so that you can feel your shoulders open up on the back. Make sure that you pay attention to what your front knee is doing and make sure you keep equal weight in both feet. The tendency is to forget about the outside edge of the back foot. And then unwind your arms, open in a T. Thumbs pointing down, take a deep breath, exhale, clasp your hands behind your back, and then bow forward, bringing your shoulder down to the inside of your knee. Your hands are now up, pointing to the ceiling. And then release your hands, come on down with your hands to your blocks or your mat, one on either side of the foot, and then pivot onto your right toes so that we are in the high lunge position here. So one hand on either side of the foot, level your hips so that your sacrum is level. The tendency here is to let your right hip cock up. So you want to move your left hip back into the hip socket, right hip forward. Make sure that knee stabilizes over the foot. Put weight into your right heel and think about a nice long line from the heel to the crown of your head. Let the crown of your head stay in line with your spine here. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, we're going to slowly straighten the left leg into a very wide pyramid pose. Don't allow the knee to lock, but you want the leg straight-ish and bring your chest down toward the thigh. Inhale. Exhale, rebend the knee back into our high lunge. Reestablish the level of your hips. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale. Exhale, rebend. Inhale. Once more, exhale, re-straighten the leg. Inhale. Exhale, rebend. Put weight into the right hand. Twist open to the left. And now holding this twist, see if we can straighten the left leg. This is a version of a revolved triangle pose, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Bring your arm down as you re-bend your leg. Bring the right knee down to the mat. And get light in your fingertips in this low lunge. Come up to Anjaneyasana, palms facing each other. Look up between your hands, lean backwards, open your chest. This resembles a child reaching up to the sun. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, bring your arms into a T. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the right. Take your right thumb, point it down and wrap it around your lower back. Left palm up as you bring it over your head. And then unwind, come back forward into Anjaneyasana. Inhale here. Exhale, arms in a T. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. So now see if you can take your left hand and maybe grab your right thigh and then flip your right palm up and bring it over your head. And then slowly, slowly unwind. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to the inside of your leg. Put your hands on blocks or the mat. Walk your foot out so that you can come into your lizard pose. So lizard pose onto your forearms, either on the blocks or the mat, whatever your hips like here. You want the knee close to the shoulder. You want the foot forward of your head, and you want a nice wide angle in that leg. Push into your hands. Walk the foot back in. Tuck your right toes. Come back to your high lunge. And then shift your weight forward to bring your foot up to the left. And then slowly rise up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. And back to Tadasana to reestablish the straightness of the spine. Engage your belly muscles, head on top of the shoulders. Before we go to the other side, take a couple of breaths here. Now remember, the more you engage your core muscles, the easier it is to balance. And breathing makes it easier to balance. So we're going to shift our weight now to the right foot. Bring both arms up, inhale. Exhale, lift your left knee and drop your left arm. Now we're going to kick the leg back, come into our airplane. And then very slowly come back to our cross crawl. And then one more time, kick back into airplane. And one more time, come back to your cross crawl. Good. And then step your left foot back to your warrior legs. Bring your hands to your hips. Shift the pelvis forward. Establish your legs first, the base of the warrior. Knee on top of the ankle, back foot at an angle. Hips are forward, not completely square, but you want to think about bringing your left hip forward, right hip back. Stabilize that front knee so that it's not forward of the ankle, it's above the ankle. And make sure during this pose you don't allow the knee to fall in, which is the tendency to do. Inhale up, warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Exhale, arms in a T. Inhale, and we'll hug ourselves, right arm under the left. So left arm's on top, elbow over elbow as we come into eagle arms. Push the forearms away, keep the elbows shoulder height. Keep weight in the back foot. Keep pointing your tailbone down. Unwind, inhale. Exhale, bring your thumbs down and then clasp your hands behind your back as you bow forward, bringing your shoulder down toward your knee, toward the inside of your knee. Inhale, exhale as you bring your hands down to your blocks on either side of the foot, and then pivot onto your left toes so that you're in this high lunge. Make sure you're paying attention that the right knee is over the ankle. Put weight into your left heel, level your hips. Think about a long line from your heel to the crown of your head. Lift your thigh upward a little bit to engage those leg muscles a little more. So you're lifting your left thigh up a little bit. Nice long spine here. Take a deep breath. Exhale as you slowly straighten the front leg. Keep your hips level. Inhale. Exhale, rebend the knee. Inhale. Exhale as you straighten. Inhale. Exhale as you bend. Inhale. Exhale, straighten. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Put weight into your left hand. Twist open to the right. And now keeping the twist, see if you can straighten the right leg. Inhale, exhale, bring the hand down to the block. Bring your knee down to the mat. Get light in your fingertips and then commit to your Anjaneyasana. Look up, lean back, palms facing each other. Inhale. Exhale, bring your arms in a T. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Left thumb points down and you're going to wrap your arm behind your lower back. Right palm flips up over your head. So your left arm is supporting your lower back here as you lean backwards. And then slowly unwind. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the right. So now your right hand is going to come all the way around and maybe you can hug your left thigh, left palm up and over your head. Slowly unwind, inhale, back up. Exhale, hands come down to the inside of your right foot into lizard pose over here on this side. So once again, you want your foot forward of your head. Your knee is close to your shoulder. Wide angle in the leg. Push up into your hands. Walk your foot back in. Reframe the foot. Tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee, and then step up. And then slowly rise up. Inhale, Urdhva Sthasana. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then back to Tadasana. Reestablish your long spine, your straight spine. Breathe a couple of breaths here in this active relaxation pose. Okay, and then please take your mat and turn them sideways and have your blocks handy in front of you here. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to have your blocks handy on the back of each side of your long mat. And then let's step our feet apart into our 5-pointed star. Toes are forward. Your feet are as wide as you can get them and still feel steady in your balance. Tailbone down, chest open, shoulders down from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips and then lean forward with your chest. Keep your legs straight. And then bring your hands down to the mat and walk them over to the left and take your right hand onto the left ankle and then reach open with your left arm. And then that arm comes down, your hands will walk over to the right. Left hand grabs the right ankle and you'll twist open to the right. Right hand comes down, bend the knees, come back up to your 5-pointed star. Pivot your right toes 90 degrees so they're facing the short edge of your mat. Bend that knee, pick up your left heel, scoot it back about an inch, come into your warrior 2. Arms parallel, and then turn your head to look over the middle finger of your right hand. Keep your right knee steady above the ankle. Keep rotating that thigh outward. Equal weight in both feet, especially the outside edge of your back foot. Flip your palms up. And now bring your right hand over your head, lean backwards, and bring your right hand so as if you were going to reach your left hand, but you won't, but you're going to reach both palms facing each other to the back as you breathe in this version of a reverse warrior. And then pull up with your right arm, come back to warrior 2, keep your palms facing up. And now turn your head to look over the middle finger of your right hand as you bring your left arm over your head. And now you're going to reach palms to palm forward as you lean forward into this side angle modification. And then pull up with your left hand, come back to warrior two, palms up. Now flip your palms back down, straighten your leg, and then windmill into Trikonasana pose. Resting your back of your hand anywhere on the leg. And the left arm is up in a straight line, fingertip to fingertip. Back to warrior two. Now reach down, take your hand on to the block that we put there, and then we're going to scooch up into Ardha Chandrasana. So we're going to walk the back foot up, walk the block forward, and then lift the leg up, finding your focal point balance. Half moon. And then slowly bring the foot back down. Come back up to warrior two. Pivot both feet forward back to five-pointed star. Bring your hands to your thighs as you bend your knees. Walk your heels in a little bit so your toes are pointing outward. So we're like in a football huddle here. And then we'll shift our weight over to the left. Bring your right shoulder down inside your left leg. Shift back to center. Shift weight over to the other side. Come back to center. Come on up to goddess pose. Bring your arms in a T. Repivot your toes forward back to five-pointed star, and then pivot your left foot 90 degrees to come into warrior two on this side. Pick up your right heel, scooch it back about an inch, tailbone down. Think about rotating your left thigh outward. Warrior two. Okay. Flip the palms up. And then we're going to bring the left arm over our head as if we're going to reach the right hand. So the palm to palm, reaching backwards into this reverse warrior. And then pull back up to your warrior two. Keep your palms up. And then the right arm comes over your head to reach your left hand, palm to palm. Pull back up, warrior two, palms facing up, and then straighten your leg as we come into Trikonasana on this side. And then pull up with your fingertips to come back to warrior two. Reach down, hand on the block, and then we'll scoot our foot forward, scoot the block forward into half moon on this side. And then scooch the block back, bring the foot down, back to warrior two. And then straighten the front leg, bring the arms down, walk the feet together, and shake everything out. All right, so now this funky little flow that we're going to do with the flipping the dog and the fallen triangle. So to do that, we will start. I'll talk you through it. Come to the front of your mat so you have room to move backwards. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands down, and then step back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, kick your right foot up in the air behind you. Bend your right knee and open your right hip so that If you look underneath your left armpit, you can see your foot. And now pivot onto the left toe so that you can get your right foot down and flip your dog. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, we're going to pivot back. So now you're going to get back onto your left toes, pivot back, bring your hand down, but keep your leg up in the air. Bring your right knee in toward your chest, and then scooch it out to the left side of your body. So the outside edge of your foot is outside your body. And then you're going to flip onto the sole of your left foot and bring your left arm up to this fallen triangle. Bring your hand down, bring your foot back to your three-legged dog. And then you're going to step up with your right foot between your hands. Step up with your left foot. Slowly rise up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. And then we'll do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold, hands on the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Savasana. Inhale. Exhale, left leg comes up in the air behind you, bending the knee. Look under your right armpit. See if you can see your foot. Now we're going to pivot onto the ball of our right foot so that we can flip the dog over, bringing your left foot down, left arm in the air. Take a deep breath here, and then flip back over without putting your foot down to your three-legged dog. Bring your left knee into your chest, and then twist your body so that the left foot can scoot out to the right side of your body, come onto the edge of that foot, and then come onto the sole of your right foot as you pivot. And then the right arm comes up. Right arm comes back down, pivot onto the toes, bring your left leg back into three-legged dog. And swing your left foot between your hands. High lunge, step up with your right foot, and then slowly rise up. Inhale up. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra, pause here. And then come to Tadasana. Pause here. And then inhale up again. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Step back to downward facing dog. And then come on down to your knees. Bring your hips back to your heels into child pose. And bring your arms by your sides, palms facing up. And as you rest here, make gentle open and close fists. Rotate your wrists around. Release your wrists. And then slowly push up and come onto your backs. Grab a block. And we'll lift our hips and put our sacrum on the block, allowing your legs to float up like a waterfall. Slowly lower your legs. Lift your hips. Remove the block. And then hug both knees into your chest and put one hand on each shin as you do this. And then bring the soles of your feet together and widen your knees as if you're doing Baddha Konasana upside down. Thread your hands, your arms between your legs. Grab the outside edges of each foot. So your arms are between your legs and your hands are going to go to the outside of your feet into your happy baby. So then you're going to lift your feet up toward the ceiling. Soles of your feet are facing up. You're pushing your soles of your feet so that your knees come down and open your hips into happy baby. Okay, bring your feet back together, bring the soles of your feet together, and then allow your feet to come down to the mat into keeping your feet together into your Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. And then just rest with your legs open and let gravity open your groin area. Arms are down by your sides, resting, palms up. Take your hands to the outside of your thighs and bring your knees together. Then walk your feet apart wide on the mat. Bring your arms in a T. Push into your feet and shift your hips a little bit over to the left, maybe 1 or 2 inches. And then let your knees fall to the right. So your left hip is going to come off the mat. And here's an option for you if you want to take your right ankle and place it on top of your left thigh. So you're leveraging your weight onto the left leg for even more of a stretch. And then turn your head to look over the left hand. Slowly remove your foot if you've got it on top of your thigh and bring your knees back to center. Shift your bottom back to center. And now shift your bottom a little bit to the right so that your knees can fall to the left. And again, you can either stay here or pick up your left ankle, place it on top of the right thigh, and use that as a little bit leverage for the stretch. And then turn your head to look to the right. Remove your foot if you've got it on your thigh and shift your bottom back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. Circle around on your spine, rolling in one direction and into the other direction. And then please bring your feet back down to the mat. Extend your legs into Shavasana, our final relaxation pose. So as you relax here, please focus on your breath. Slow down your breathing. Take a scan of your body. Release all the tension. Soften your jaw. your cheeks, your eyes. Relax your mind and enjoy a few moments of inner bliss. Please bring your awareness back to your breath and slowly deepen your breathing as you make small movements with your hands and your feet to wake up your body. Please very slowly bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And then very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, please push to seated. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Namaste. And Jai. Jai yogis, thank you for being here.